Taught fourth grade in a quiet Midwestern town where doors stayed unlocked and neighbors waved by name. She graded papers late. She stayed after school for struggling kids. She never missed a day of work. So when she didn't show up that Monday morning, the school secretary knew instantly something was very wrong. Her car was still parked in her driveway. Her phone was on the kitchen counter. Her purse untouched. No signs of a struggle. No broken windows. No goodbye note. Investigators initially believed the simplest answer, a random act of violence. But then they noticed something chilling. Sarah's bed looked like it had never been slept in, which meant one thing: she may have left her house willingly, and that changed the entire case. Police expanded the search beyond town limits. Volunteers combed fields, woods, and rivers. Meanwhile, detectives began asking questions about Sarah's life. Not just who she was publicly, but who she was privately. That's when they found the messages. Hidden behind a password-protected app on Sarah's laptop were dozens of late-night conversations. She wasn't just talking to friends. She was confiding in someone who knew her schedule, someone who knew her routines, someone who knew when she'd be alone. Investigators zeroed in on a former student's troubled older brother, a man with a violent past who lived nearby. For days, the town believed they had their answer, until his alibi checked out perfectly. And the messages on Sarah's laptop kept pointing elsewhere. The name shocked everyone. It wasn't a stranger. It wasn't a criminal. It was someone parents trusted. Someone who attended school events. Someone who smiled at bake sales. Someone hiding in plain sight. Sarah had been planning to end the relationship. Her final message read, "I can't do this anymore. I'm scared." She never sent another one. Investigators confronted the suspect. At first, they denied everything. But then phone records placed them near Sarah's home that night. Security cameras caught a familiar vehicle, and inconsistencies began piling up. The quiet town realized a horrifying truth. The danger wasn't outside their community, it was inside it. Sarah Mitchell's disappearance was no accident. It was no random crime. It was personal. And as investigators closed in, one question remained unanswered. What really happened to Sarah after she walked out her door? And will her body ever be found? The break in the case didn't come from a tip or a witness. It came from something far more damning, the truth no one could delete. Investigators recovered deleted messages from her phone and financial records her husband thought were long gone. The texts revealed escalating arguments, threats disguised as apologies, and a final message sent the night she vanished, one she never read. Then came the forensic evidence. Traces of her DNA were found in the family garage, cleaned but not erased. Soil from a remote construction site matched residue on his boots. Cell phone data placed him exactly where he claimed he'd never been. At the same time, his wife's phone went dark. When confronted, his story collapsed. After hours of questioning, detectives laid the evidence on the table, piece by piece, timeline by timeline. Faced with what they already knew, he stopped talking. The room went silent. Hours later, police escorted him out of the station in handcuffs. The man the town trusted, the husband who led search parties, the one who begged for answers on camera. He was charged with her murder. The community that once gathered to pray for her return now gathered for a different reason: to grieve, to reckon, and to accept the truth they never wanted to believe. She wasn't taken by a stranger. She wasn't the victim of chance. She was betrayed by the person who knew her best. And in the end, the secret he tried to bury became the evidence that exposed him.